Rob.
Hope you guys are doing well in positive energy and attracting the life you desire. Because it's your birthright, okay? We're coming through with another live for you guys. Make sure you take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to share the video out, okay? All praise to the Most High.
Big old ashe to the ancestors. All praise to the Most High. Getting it together. I pray that all of y'all are doing well. First off, we want to start off by saying we love y'all. We really do. And, you know, our sleep state been crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all.
It's warfare. I was telling my husband, something's happening.
Yeah.
Because, something's being done at night. Things are happening at night. I'm noticing that I can't sleep. I don't know if there are souls crying out. I don't know what exactly is going on. I haven't been able to quite figure out what's going on, but my spirit is almost like disturbed, if I be honest, at night. So I don't know what's going on. It hasn't been revealed to me yet, but you could be experiencing, levels of intense dreams. Maybe even being woken up by different things, seeing different realities in your sleep. Just hasn't been very peaceful for me, if I be honest.
Oh yeah, don't forget to mention what you was telling me earlier too as well.
I'll be saying a lot.
It's been they've been finding like a lot of unalive people around the bayous.
Like bayous and different things.
That's indicative of definitely spell work. Like on an advanced level.
Yeah.
Like this is like sacrificial type of work.
Yeah.
Because they keep finding like
bodies.
They finding corpses. They keep finding corpses in bayous. Right? So just be aware, but I got some downloads to help our collective and strengthen our collective, right? Because that's what we do over here, right?
Good morning. Where you guys at? Where you guys from?
Drop it in a box. Drop it in a box.
There. Good morning, Charmaine.
So basically, I'm gonna feed y'all back what I get from the energy when I tap in my meditative state, which is normally early in the morning after I refine myself, or sometimes in my dream state, right? So, we're going to jump into these downloads. If they resonate, that means you was meant to be here. If not, if it don't resonate, don't hesitate to leave. Like, we don't want you to put yourself through it, right? And by the way, we do pull cards and things over here, so this is an early bot warning, right? All right, so first, number one download is about auric field and an energy known as Malokia, or evil eye. Auric field and evil eye, right? Now, what is Malokia or evil eye? Malokia is a powerful energy that needs to be transmuted or cleansed from your auric field, all right? What is your auric field? Let's start there first. So every human has what's known as an auric field. Your auric field is the energetic signature that it exists. Like, if I could draw a picture of it, it would be like, you know how they show a light around the body?
Your stamp.
Right, right. It's called your energetic signature. That's your auric field is essentially, it contains your energetic signature. So your auric field is the metaphysical part of who you are. Remember, it's on the outside of you. So spiritually, before things can get to you, they have to first bypass your auric field.
Like an electric fence.
It's like a fence. It could be like a line of defense. So Malokia is an energy known as evil eye, and it's absolutely aimed at your auric field. Okay, so what is Malokia? Evil eye is an energy that people have. Okay, I'm gonna deal with the relationship aspect, because a lot of people, we have what we do is we transmit Malokia and relate. You know how you're in a relationship with somebody, they get on your nerves, and you get to looking at them underneath your eye, When that is an energy, that is a minor form of evil eye. What it does is it pre-imposes on a person's auric field. Okay, like for instance, if you with somebody and you know they look at you and like just say they feel like you stupid or you slow, and they look at you with that projection. Well, what happens is it begins to superimpose on your auric field until it can create a crack. And once it creates a crack in your auric field, it then clings to you, heart space or mind action, right? See, most of the time, things hit your mind because when they hit your heart, it's hard to get them out. So evil eye will have you running around believing the projections of others, Malokia. It's known as evil eye. So it needs to be cleansed. Like, for instance, if you with your partner and you notice that you do that to them, or you notice that they do that to you, a need for a conversation, because that has to stop. Because if you don't stop looking at your partner, first of all, because this is a minor form. We do it, we do it in relationships a lot. You get to looking at the back of your partner when they walking away, and you get to thinking like, get on my damn nerves. Well, this is Malokia. So what it does is it superimposes, and along with the energy of Malokia, because it's negative, it carries illness. It carries a projected illness, right? Some of it is mental, but it can lead to being physical. So in other words, your evil eye could be causing somebody a form of mental illness because it's a projection. Like I said, you projecting onto somebody that they slow or they incapable. Like for my people that it's like a passive form of abuse. And on a bigger scale, people that do what we do, like if you in the public eye, you're gonna undergo Malokia. So a good defense for it, and this is for like my people that be online, get the black stones, obsidian, onyx, my favorite, tourmaline, right? These type of stones, they ground you against Malokia. It's spiritual. Like, because when you online, right, what happens is you got people that don't like you. So what they do is they sit and they look at you and they project Malokia onto your auric field. And a lot of times it's you against a lot of people. So, it's automatically, you're always feeling like something is opposing itself upon you. It's evil eye. It's an energetic signature that's sent. And it's sent to damage your auric field. So how do we strengthen our auric field? You got to become aware of what's going on. First of all, I'm going to get to this. Matter of fact, I'm going to start right there. How do we understand? Energy awareness. You have to become aware of your own energy. Like, and for my people that's on social media and in front of people, the times that you choose to take a break is important when you're battling the energy of evil eye. Why am I saying this? Because, like, say you deliver a powerful message, right? A lot of times after you do that, you want to give a little bit of time to breathe because you're going to be up against evil eye, right? So your break time got to be calculated and specific. You can't take breaks when it's not about how you feel. You got to begin to understand your projections because spirit could be pushing you or spirit could be pulling you back. But if you responding to the evil eye energy, which is the projection, you'll get to moving in the wrong direction. You won't know when to take a break and you won't know when to go forward because the evil eye is so abundant. And see, people, they get together and they do this kind of energy together that reinforces the energy. All right? So cleanse your auric field and transmute Malokia and address it. If it's in your relationship, address it. Tell your partner, look, I'm gonna need you to stop looking at me like that because I feel that. That's causing blockages and delays. What you talking about? Evil eye. Stop looking at me underneath. I'm gonna stop doing that to you. People, we have to stop doing it to one another because it causes blockages and it causes illness. Right? Malokia. and auric field. That was number one. Number two, right? This is a little more different. I'm talking about divine masculine and divine feminine in this download. But I'm going to refer to divine masculine as the seed, right? And I'm going to refer to divine feminine as the womb, all right? So the seed and the womb are a nation. The seed is a nation and the womb is a nation, right? Now I'm going to take an insert from Sun Tzu. The most powerful way to capture two powerful nations is to turn them both against one another. And when they weaken, you subdue both of them.
Come on now.
This is what the enemy is doing to the seed and the womb. Making them war with one another. And this way we lose it. And you know how we do it? First, when you wanna squander a precious seed or resource, you make it over accessible. That leads to squander. Giving too much access to a powerful resource becomes squander. So the seed, divine masculine, they done made the seed of masculine over accessible, right? Mm-hmm. Your seed is too accessible, masculine. You spilling it everywhere. It's the seed. And see, the seed don't have nothing to do with the host. Because you can take a divine masculine that done been beat up in life, and he can produce, like, for instance, Venus and Serena dad. Mm-hmm. Men like that, like, I'm just using him, right? Because that's an evident divine masculine seed. Mm-hmm. See how his seed spawned for? That's why the enemy wants the seed of divine masculine. Why? Because the prototype of human is born with more capabilities from the seed of divine masculine. Anytime the seed is mixed, when divine masculine seed is mixed, you get a human that's capable of doing more. And the womb, right? They need the womb. Divine feminine womb. Why? To bring, it's like, when you think about the womb of divine feminine and the birth of the universe. Now, that's on the macrocosmic scale. Now, break it down on a microcosmic scale. Divine feminine womb is probably the most precious resource that's known to man, because you can bring life through the womb of divine feminine. So if you got the seed in the womb at war, then the enemy can manipulate the whole, you know? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the overseers, when they used to watch the slaves have conjugal. When they used to be conjugal, the slave master used to pair them up and watch them produce. It's the same type of energy happening, but not in plain sight. So be aware that the enemy wants to turn the seed against the womb. Number 4, these last 2 downloads, they real deep, so you might want to grab your pen. Might help you.
Let me grab mine.
Pouring into a soulless being is casting pearls before swine. The soulless cannot receive soul messages without first retrieving their own soul from the Hades. All right? You can sit there with a person that has no soul, and you can pour into them all you want. They cannot receive it. They don't have a soul to receive it. This is when you're dealing with the soulless, right? The Bible says, don't cast your pearl before swine. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the soulless is considered, right? They would be herders of the swine. So you figure, pouring into a soulless being is casting your pearls before swine. And a soulless being, they can't receive a message until they retrieve their soul from the Hades. Meaning, like, if a person lives in a living hell, it's going to be hard for you to go in there and get them until they retrieve their own self from that. Mm-hmm. It's like, honestly, imagine going to the Hades and trying to pull somebody out there. You're not strong enough. Mm-hmm. That energy that's a vast energy. So when somebody is in there, in a living place where they have sacrificed their soul, or they living as a soulless being, to try to pour into them, it's pointless. You're going to be wasting your time and your energy, right? They have to retrieve their soul before they can receive the message. Number 5, which is the last one. Energy awareness is key in spiritual discernment. Spirits attempt to hide themselves behind demeanor, but energy can't hide from discernment. All right? Energy awareness is key. You got people that come to you and smile at you. They come to you and profess to be all these different things. And if you're not an energy, if you can't discern the energy, you can be fooled real easy. Like people who come like wolves in sheep's clothing. You gotta have spiritual discernment and energy awareness first. Like you gotta be aware, like somebody come. The first thing I'm checking is their energy. Forget what they saying. I'm looking beyond what they saying because I know that the spirit is gonna, if they moving with a malicious spirit, that spirit not gonna reveal itself automatically. It's gonna try to hide behind demeanor and reserve, dissimulation, emotional output. This is where demons and spirits hide at. But if you learn how to be aware of the energy that's present, it'll never lie to you. You just gotta look deeper than the surface. You can't be a surface dweller, right? And like I said, negative spirits, they will always attempt to hide behind a person's demeanor. This is why you have some of your biggest demons in some of your holiest places, because the demon or the spirit is able to hide behind the demeanor that's present. You feel me? Like if I put a suit on and I move around and I claim to be, a lot of people gonna be already fooled by me because the suit. People not gonna look for their discernment. They gonna automatically put faith in the suit. Us as people who spiritually aware, we are aware of the energy. So it don't matter how you show up. I'm checking for the energy. The energy not gonna lie to me. Before your discernment, you need energy awareness. Too many people trying to discern spirits, but they ain't aware of the energy. How do you have discernment and you're not aware of the energy? You need an energy awareness before you even tap into discernment. Or if not, you're gonna be fooled by the imam, or you're gonna be fooled by the pastor, or you're gonna be fooled by the minister that's coming, that might be coming in the name of God, but in the spirit of Shaitan. You'll be fooled by him. Why? Because you're not aware of the energy. So energy awareness is key in spiritual discernment. So before you go trying to discern people, how about be a little quiet and reserved and start reading the energy? See how you feel. You understand? Like, for instance, a person can come to you and say, God bless you, God be with you, God is good all the time. And you can automatically sit back and be like, how do I feel when this is being said? It'll give you a deeper read. You start tapping into different awareness. It's called energy awareness. All right, y'all, that was the downloads. Gonna jump into some cards now, pull some cards. Where you from? Drop it in the box. Drop it in the box.
Hey, y'all. Hey. You see me, Empress? I'm on my kumbaya. I'm just coloring. I'm just coloring and listening, taking notes. Okay. Alright, so we got beginnings coming out in the reverse. Try again, new direction, start over. So, I don't know. There could be someone looking for a new beginning, but maybe you need to just enjoy what you already have, right? You know, sometimes we just want to pick up and start something over, but we haven't even finished what we started. Like that kind of energy. You know, and I know somebody doesn't want to hear this morning, right? But you know, I'm here to say the things we don't want to hear, because sometimes I need to hear them, sometimes you need to hear them. But beginnings are in the reverse. You know, sometimes you truly have to complete one mission before you can move to the next, right? I know we all love excitement, we all love new beginnings, but there's something that, you know, we must try again. We have to, okay? Something like that. Okay, there's no starting over. It's like finish what we started here. It's that kind of energy. It's giving that. It's like, you know, God is not telling us to go and start something new. God is like, finish what you already started, son. That's what I just heard. Son, I don't know if you're a man that I'm talking to, or you could be in masculine energy, but something about that. You know, sometimes we want to just, we want to run away from one thing and go to the next. You know, that's why sometimes you'll see people, you know, run from relationship to relationship, right? So something about that, something about having to really, you know, work a thing out. There could be someone and you could be having to work something out, right? I know normally you like to ditch things, you know, you could be a person that's like, cool, I'm cool on this, but Spirit is saying this particular thing right here, I don't know, something has to be completed here, okay? Yeah, I don't know if you're a Gemini and you feel trapped in a situation. You could be wanting to run from something that you feel is trapping you, something that you feel like is just, you know, putting a lot of intense mental torture on you or something like that. I don't know. Gemini and Jupiter. I feel like, I don't know. You could be trying to get out of something that you start. You know how we get into a difficult situation? We get into something and we don't realize how difficult it's going to be until we get in it. And then we start it and then we leave it halfway done because it's difficult. Well, I feel like someone needs to pick up on something and finish it off, because even though it may be difficult, you know, I feel like it's something that needs to be completed here. My productivity stems from my inspiration. When I focus on what brings me joy, my tasks become effortless actions. Yeah, someone got something to do here. Okay? You could definitely be running away from doing something that makes you feel trapped, but whatever it is, like, I feel like this is something that is necessary, right? I don't know if it's your job because you have to work to provide for your family. I don't know if it's school because school is overwhelming when you have children and work. I don't know what it is, but I feel like focusing on this thing brings you joy later, and maybe you don't realize this.
This is funny right here to me, right? Because I really gotta be Uncle Harv on this reading, right? So just look at me as your uncle. I don't care how old you are. I'm your uncle right now. Okay. Listen, you got 10 of Pentacles to the 3 of Pentacles in reverse to the Justice upright, right? Somebody, you in a God-given situation. You know, you have inheritance here. You have the love of your ancestors' family. You have domestic love. But yet, you in the 3 of Pentacles showing up misaligned, disharmony, working alone, a lack of teamwork, disorganizing group conflict, but then you got the Justice. So somebody, you got to get over yourself, and you got to realize that you inside your blessing.
Blessings and blessings.
You inside your blessing right now. It's a 10 of Pentacles, and you in the 3 of Pentacles. That's you. That's not the environment. I feel like this is somebody. You may be literally taking for granted what God has given you, right? Don't compare yourself to what you see on social media.
Right.
It's going to distress you, right? Sometimes you got to get off social media and be grateful for your own 10 of Pentacles.
That's real, because, you know, social media is going to show you the best of what people want you to see, right? So if you go around and you compare your life to those kind of standards, then you might not be living into a reality that's, you know, feasible for you, right? You could be looking for a life that's not authentic. You know, it's crazy. I don't mean to cut my husband off, but it makes me think about this woman from our town, and she wanted to be something that she wasn't so bad, and she manifested that life, and now she's sitting behind bars for years for wanting to be something that she wasn't.
Yeah, though. Y'all know what you talking about.
I don't know why that just came, but
yeah, though. And then, not to mention, you got dynamic sacral chakra energy, right? So that's a good sexual chemistry, if you ask me. Somebody with a nice drive, right? Dynamic sacral chakra. There's some other things, but I don't want to say them because really Spirit is pulling me not to say it until I investigate what I'm gonna say. So I ain't just gonna jump out there. But other than this, right? Sometimes when we got the 10 of Pentacles and we in our blessing, it becomes the blessing is of the mundane, right? Meaning it's an ordinary blessing. So sometimes we expect so much out of it, not realizing the blessing is designed for you to create the life you want, not walk into the life you want as the blessing. That's what we think. We think like, I'm good, but I ain't content. I ain't satisfied. I want more. Well, that's what's keeping you from having more. That's disalignment. The way to getting more is to show appreciation for what you have. And somebody, you in the justice. 10 of Pentacles to the justice. I'm gonna need you to get out that 3 of Pentacles energy, right? Align yourself. Be grateful for what you got. The things you have. The life that God gave you. The annoying ass partner that you may have, right? Because when God give you somebody, they're gonna annoy you. Because a lot of times they're gonna mirror you. They're gonna directly show you different things about yourself that you need to work on. Or you might see things in them that you hate, but they really in you. That's why all this Maloki is around. That's why all this evil eye and relationships is going around. Like, if you in a relationship of some sort, you gotta realize every rift come back to you. You are not alone. See, this 3 of Pentacles got somebody working alone. This I feel like this is like a relationship where people go into other rooms and they go into other rooms and get mad and be in the other rooms. And see, that energy is wrong. Especially if you got 2 people going in the other rooms and pleasuring themselves because you open up portals into your relationship. Yeah. Like if one person go that way and another person go that way, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. When it gets to the point where it's hard for 2 people to be in the same room, in the same house, a cleanse is needed. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to disrespect the blessing just because you uncomfortable or is a little disharmony. The blessing is the blessing.
Wow. That's real. 23 is significant. This could be your Jordan year.
23 big significant. It's on the dynamic card.
Yeah. Number 25 could be significant. You could be a life path number 2. 222 could be significant. We got plant the seeds. That's been coming out a lot, okay? So, obviously, if I have a green thumb, right, and it's been working for me, right, that means that I want to continue to purchase plants. I want to continue getting plants. So, God is saying continue to plant seeds. Whatever you're doing, it's working here. It's evident in the things that are happening around you. It's evident, for the people around you. You can see a change here. Something like that. Okay, so continue to plant your seeds. Things are being fertilized in your energy. Okay, due to your willingness to continue to plant seeds. Imagine planting seeds and having to wait for them to grow. When you plant the seeds, you don't get the fruit right away. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes, faith, right? You have to talk to the plants. You have to ask God to bless the soil, right? You have to wait for the water, the rain to be just right. Something like that. But whoever you are, you continue to plant seeds.
And to add to what she's saying, somebody, you could be worrying about whether your work is going noticed or whether results are going.
Yep.
Know something about a tree. Nobody knows what it is until it bear fruit.
That's right.
Once the fruit, you can tell a tree by the fruit it
That's
bears.
right.
So best believe your fruit showing up. They know what kind of tree standing there.
That's real. And the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? So the things that you're doing, they're rubbing off on your environment. You know, on those days where you're like, why the hell do I even do right in this world anyway, right? Because I think like that sometimes, like, you know, this world is so messed up. Why do I even try, right? It's because guess what? My offsprings are receiving the energy that, you know, comes off of me, right? When they see us picking up trash, they pick up trash, you know? So what we're doing is for a reason. Even if I can't see immediate results, I know that what I'm doing is long term. It's going to bring in long term results that, you know, I'm looking for, right? Something like that. Peace. Yeah. Peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Okay? So planting seeds is leading to peace. You know, imagine planting seeds and not having to worry about food. That's peace, right? Imagine planting seeds and, you know, things growing. That's peace, okay? Something like that. A whole lot of pieces here. I like this, you know? Something about flowers is very significant. You could be needing to give yourself your flowers while you're here, okay? So what about, you know, what about being at peace? A lot of us, we think about so many things throughout the day besides being at peace, you know? What about if you took a moment to really focus on your mind and being at peace, right? That's what it's about right here, because I don't know, someone's planting seeds and it's bringing peace to you, you know? Maybe because you don't have to worry about things. Someone's learning, like, you know, I don't have to worry. When I plant seeds, I don't really have to worry about, you know, going hungry, right? When I plant seeds, I expect something to grow, right? A lot of balance is here.
You know, when you plant spiritual seeds, thank you, Spirit. When you plant spiritual seeds and you want respect in the spirit realm, you need to be willing to.
What's that? It's attacking me.
You need to be willing in the spirit realm when you plant seeds, and you know you're expecting an increase. First of all, ask yourself: Are you willing? Are you willing to expire over what you believe in? Meaning, do you have something? Are you standing up for something that you would lay down your life for? Because if you are, who gonna reap the benefit from you is your entire bloodline. And that's the work. Those are the people that we trying to grow. It's not about what you can bring into yourself.
Right.
If you plant a seed, you might not see the increase in this lifetime.
Right.
It might be your next lifetime. People don't like to hear that because we greedy minded. We be like, I want to see what's going on. But I mean, God is going to reward you for your work in this life if it's authentic. But some of the seeds that we planted, we not even meant to see the harvest from them. That's going to lay on your children's children. When they look back and they say, so-and-so in our family, which is you, they begin to live a certain way. And because they did that, now look at the power that we move in.
Right.
We readers now. We see us now. We understand now. We're not drinking now. We're not abusing now. We're not promiscuous because so-and-so made a change. That's what generational curse breaking is about. Generational curse breaking not about you living a certain way and you getting ready to walk into a mansion now and everything is going to be white, and you might have struggles to the day you leave here. You might not be able to fight everything down with you until the day you leave here. But if you really moving in a sincerity of spirit and your seed is planted, it's going to bring forth a harvest.
It always does.
I got Queen of Cups in reverse over here. To the Fool, to the Queen of Wands. And I do love it, right? The Queen of Cups in reverse is showing me, and this is a past present read right here. This is showing me somebody and they feelings the wrong way, right? A certain level of codependency. So quite possibly this shows you in the mode of being hurt by something you was connected to, Queen of Cups, right? Even a little bit of jealousy. And sometimes when we hurt, we do adapt jealousy. You know what we be jealous of? People who not hurt. You ever been hurt?
Misery loves company.
You automatically, sometimes, you get to thinking about, why I'm the only one that gotta go through this?
We all think that, don't we?
Why do I gotta walk around with my feelings, right? So, it shows me somebody in that. 44 could be significant, 30 could be significant.
22.
Universal love and integration was important, and I'm glad these came out together, because this led to your Fool to the Queen of Wands energy. The universal integration of love shows a person picking themselves up out of that heartbreak, turning that around, coming up out of that feeling of isolated jealousy. Instead of asking, why me? Now you taking
Why
on,
not me?
why not me? Now that's your perspective, right? Which is good. It leads to the Fool, Queen of Wands, which is a new beginning and an enthusiastic one at that. The Queen of Wands is assertive. She's enthusiastic, a zest for life, very independent energy. And Fool to the Queen of Wands is somebody that, you know, you basically,
That's fun.
you turned it around. Like, you literally turned around. You turned around that low vibration, and you allowed yourself to integrate. Right? And you let love transform you. This Fool to the Queen of Wands, I love it. It says new beginnings, possibility, innocence, spontaneous. And some of y'all never knew you was virginal in spiritual ways. You know, sometimes we run ourselves raggedy in the world, and you don't even realize you still got virginal aspects of you. You still a virgin. In many areas of the spirit, you still innocent. I'm talking about spiritual things now. Some of my most reckless people in the world, when they tap into it, they got a virginal essence spiritually, and that's what spirit can work with. Them areas of you that's innocent, where you unblamed. You know, some of y'all ain't never hurt nobody but yourself. That makes you virginal in a sense. Why? Because you don't got a whole lot of spiritual charges toward other people. All you dealing with is what you done to yourself. So spirit can absolutely work with you. You don't have no debts. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never did no spell work on nobody. Majorly, thank you, spirit. Give yourself a pat on the back. If you live in today's world and you are spiritually inclined, and you can say, yo, I ain't never done no spell work to nobody on a bangful tip, give yourself a pat on the back, right? Because why? You can really move forward. A lot of people, they can't move forward because they went in the dark and they did some things and they owe for them. And it's simple as that. And you can't come from money. You can't come, you know, like the diabolical thing about going in the dark and doing spell work that would make me turn away from it is when a person go do it, they be so lit. Yeah, let me do it. But then when it come time for that energy to come back, they want mercy. But you don't realize you asking for mercy in a place where it doesn't exist, because the only thing you literally get back is the energy you put out.
Especially if you've been doing word magic, gossiping about people, talking about
You've
people,
been wishing this on others.
wishing negative on people. Like, you're going to feel that, every bit of it.
Right. And it's only because you ordered it.
You heard me.
It's exactly what you ordered. You know how you go to
Special sauce.
the restaurant and you order when we go to the Chinese store and we order a demonstration with the duck sauce, right? That's what you do when you go play with spell work. You put your order in with duck sauce. You get it right back, and when it come back, it's like, oh man, why you don't want that? That's what you ordered. Nevertheless, continue to be enthusiastic about your new beginning, whoever you is, right? I feel like this integration for you is working. This awareness of your light and your dark side, right? You choosing lightness over darkness. Universal love to the integration, I like it. Because that's somebody who went through the dark place and chose love. Like,
We got open heart over here, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Okay? You could be just opening your heart a little bit more to love, not just from a mate, but from friends, from family, from, you know, people who truly want to see you win, people who truly have, you know, a connection. You know what I love? You know, I love people that I can trust because I know they love God. You know, like, you know, there's certain people, it's not that, you know, I think that I'm this certain person so they would never do nothing to me. It's that I know certain people, their integrity when it comes to the Most High, I know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Right? So it's a respect for the Most High, right? It's what people have. And I feel like this is you, okay? Being just very receptive to love. You know, you could be an empath for sure. And very just vulnerable. Your heart right now, okay? I feel like someone is just wanting peace so bad by any means necessary. It says, when I merge my desire with faith, I take action from a place of peace rather than control. Right? Remember I was saying peace and balance? I'm going to read this again because I think that's very good. When I merge my desire with faith. You know, your desire sometimes will drive you to do things that goes against your faith. So it says, when I merge these things together, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. When you can be at peace, you allow divine order to flow. You allow God to move in perfect timing. You show God that you trust his perfect timing. You trust you know, the situation that you're in, not really having to control. Control, when we want to control, is fear. A lot of times control is out of fear. You know, I want to be in control of something because I don't want somebody to leave me. I want to be in control of something because I don't want to lose a thing. I want to be in control of a thing because I want to feel like I'm on top, right? But peace is more important, is what I'm hearing here. Okay? So, you know, if you're fighting for anything, it should be your peace and not control is the message. We also have prosperity and abundance showing up here. Okay, someone's just in a very relaxed state in life. I don't know if you were very, you know, uptight at one point. I don't know if you just weren't able to find peace. You couldn't relax. Maybe you were, you know, I'm saying claustrophobic. I don't know if you were in a tiny, small area. I don't know what it is, but prosperity and abundance is here. Okay, someone's free in a situation. You know, if you look at this lady, this is complete freedom, you know, sitting in her yard around nature, abundance. You know, she has cake and wine. Like, she has 2 cats next to her. I mean, I don't see a better energy. She looks so at peace in her spirit. This could be you right now.
Cake and wine.
You could be really, I'm seeing people, I don't know if you're isolating from like, not from people, but maybe just going to do outside things. Maybe you could be finding things to do at home, in your yard, right? On your porch. You know, maybe you're becoming more of a homebody or something like that as well. But prosperity and abundance is here. It's crazy. I see some cats on here. Your cat could have had kittens. There's a black cat here that just had kittens, and I just seen kittens. Something like that.
Right. Okay. So we got Knight of Cups to the Page of Wands, to 5 of Wands in reverse to the Page of Wands. So automatically, like, somebody, I don't know what you're doing, but your creativity is driving confusion out of your life. So continue doing it. Whatever it is that you're doing, Knight of Cups is a valiant energy. It's an energy that's full of creativity, full of intuitions. And the 5 of Wands in reverse is, of course, exactly what it is. It's like conflict and chaos. To the Page of Wands, this Knight of Cups to the Page of Wands really feels exciting. It feels like a person in childlike energy. It says limitless ideas, inspiration. The Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands that's just a big old ball of creativity within itself when you pair them energies together. So of course the 5 of Wands are being reversed, right? That's what happens. When you choose to be positive, you drive out negativity. When you sit up and be negative, you attract negativity. So continue to be creative. Like, you know, it's like, I feel like some people that be connecting to this channel, I just wonder if you know that it's on you to take your own life serious. Like, you know, me myself, if I know that my creativity is driving negativity away, I'm gonna create. I'm gonna let go of control and I'm just gonna create. Because one thing you can't control is the pieces that's on God's board, right? If like in regards to me and her relationship, we annoy each other at times, but one thing that we don't try to do is control one another. Know why? Because that's God's property, not my property. That's a person that God gave me to be with in marriage. She don't belong to me. I don't belong to her. We belong to God, right? And a lot of times when you leaning towards the person that's leaning towards control is leaning away from the divine.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself trying to control things, that's ego. That's not God. That's not the divine.
That was one of
That's
my biggest,
human ego.
Yeah, that was one of my hardest things. You know, a part of my spirituality is losing control. You know, because like I said, when you feel like you don't have control, it feels like you're not winning the battle until you are spiritually mature, right? When you're spiritually mature, you understand that you don't have to have control. Like, actually, I'd rather not be in control. I'd rather be on the passenger side, and I'd rather let divinity drive me around, you know?
If you don't, you're gonna be a crash dummy. Like, and this is the thing about relationships, thank you, Spirit. You have to learn how to respect your partner as a divine seed, right? Why? God ain't gonna put you with nobody that you can't match up with. So you can't control what God gave you, right? We all have certain kind of control issues, but if you trying to control somebody, God gonna smack you down.
Yeah.
The divine gonna smack you back because your control is not, you don't have that authority to control a person that's moving in their destiny, no matter where their destiny is leading them. You can't control it.
And then,
only thing you can do is control aspects of your destiny. Even if you with somebody, right? If you see that destiny is doing something that's out of your control, the best thing for you to do is move toward God and not into because if you try to control what destiny is doing, you're gonna get smacked around by that. Because you essentially jumping in the way of God's plan. We can't control one another, y'all. Like, and it's cool to be irritated with one another and all of that. Everybody go through that. But when it comes down to you trying to control, not even change, because to a certain degree, we all try to change one another. That's a given. If you're in a relationship with somebody, you're gonna spend a lot of time trying to get them to change. It's just a natural reaction. You want them to change for the better. You want them to change into somebody that's suitable for you. All that's good and dandy. But when it comes down to control, now you're trying to get in where God fit in.
Yeah.
Only God can do that.
So true, so true. Okay? That is so very true. We got number 42 that could be significant. Number 14. Okay. Number 56 could also be significant. Shanae could be significant. Marla could be significant. Shane could be significant as well here. Imagination and envision. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. I like this one. You know, this was another one. You know, your girl right here. This is me. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. You know, it was a hard lesson for me to learn that, like, you don't have to be right all the time. And even when you're right, sometimes it's okay to be wrong, right? You know, like, I am learning still as, you know, as at this big old age, like, you know, Lala, you don't have to be correct all the time. Like, you know, I'm not here to be correct all the time, and it's okay. Even when I am correct, like, you know, and I feel like, you know, we all need to release our need to be right and just be at peace. You know how sometimes it's just more peaceful to be like, you're right, you are right. Okay,
I just said that
you're
earlier.
you're right. You know, you are absolutely correct. Maybe I did hear you wrong. You are
I
correct. You
just
know,
said
maybe
that
I did.
earlier, yo.
Yeah, you know, we just had this conversation,
In
and
our
I'm
own
literally,
relationship.
yeah, in our own relation. I'm speaking from a place of myself, right? You know, I'm speaking about me. You know, I can relate to this energy. I release the need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. Sometimes your peace is just worth more than even, you know, you ever been into an argument over something so damn dumb and you don't even know what it's about, but it's all about someone being right. Right? And then at the end you don't even remember what happened because it's like it was so petty, but we just both wanted to be right. It's senseless, right? Something like that. Okay. We got the page of wands coming out in the reverse Sagittarius energy. See? Okay. Um, you know, this is all about like, you know, being concerned about one's own reputation or image and not really focused on, you know, the respect of everything, right? You know, um, something like that. You know, we got image and envision here. So you could be really like, you know, trying to get to something. You could be really trying to look a certain way. You know, you could have things all mapped out in your mind. But I feel like God is just wanting to remind us with the page of wands in the reverse. You know, the page of wands is very self-righteous. You know, that's not a good trait. That could be a lot of pride. That could be, you know, a lot of downfall because it's immature energy. So I feel like, you know, just release the need to be right and let's be at peace. Okay? Every battle is not worth fighting, right? You know, there are people that are smarter than us. There's people that have more knowledge than us, more education than us, and that's okay. You know, you can still be a teacher and have someone teach you. You can still be a leader and be led, right? So, you know, these are all things that are very important, and I feel like a need to release is here for us all.
That's crazy because I need to release, and we was talking about letting go of control.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe it's spirit is definitely telling. I definitely feel a message that's definitely saying like, you know, these control issues that we got as a collective, we gotta work on them, y'all. Right? You got the Five of Cups out here to the Empress in reverse to the Eight of Wands, right? Um, Allowance is what has the Empress in regret. The Five of Cups has the Empress in reverse. That's somberness, regret. It could also be that place that we get in where the drinks take over. You ever been in that place where you know you go through something and you just start tipping and sipping, and the next thing you know, you in that place. Some people get stuck there for days.
I'm like, dang,
Right?
I'm 20 pounds heavier.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I drunk myself.
But I will say, Eight of Wands, right, is definitely the Empress. You know, that's the energy to get up out of there. Because the Eight of Wands is speedy movement, action, sudden action, and manifesting, right? Now, what's got you in the Five of Cups, I feel, Empress in reverse, um, which is creative self-block. So you could be having like writer's block. You can have idea block. You know how sometimes when you a person and you got a lot of ideas, and then all of a sudden you just can't come up with nothing. A lot of times that's spiritual, right? It could be the Five of Cups energy. But your Five of Cups has a lot to do with allowance. My advice to you, Empress, is don't allow things to be around you that pull you into this energy of regret. You know what causes the Five of Cups to the allowance? A person that cheat on you and you'll take them back. That's Five of Cups to the allowance. I ain't gonna lie. Because think about it. As I think back and reflect in life, I used to feel so stupid and in so much regret when I would let somebody that hurt me back in my life and they would do it again. And then I would be a dummy and let them in again and they would do it again. It led to my Five of Cups a lot because I was allowing it to happen. I had to depart from that. 8 of Wands. Somebody, you gotta realize that certain situations, God don't pull us out. He'll provide strength for us to pull ourselves out. But a lot of times, God wants to see if we are willing to pull ourselves out. Because, let's be real. If we don't find the strength to pull ourselves out, what good are we going to be? Like, how good would you be? What use would you be as a warrior, a spiritualist, anything, if you can't pull yourself out of your own regret? Somebody say, oh, he talking like it's not, I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying that it's doable.
Right.
Pin this. If I'm going through this 5 of Cups to the allowance all over and I keep going through it consistently, right? Chances are I need to do something different to get a different result.
Different result requires different actions, efforts, right? Shalonda. It's her, Shalonda.
Roger. And Darian. Dorian or Darian?
You could live on Cold Spring Avenue. Green Street. Something about Duke University, Duke Hospital.
High Priestess to the 4 of Wands.
Wow. Okay. Divine Masculine. Hey, Yang.
Yin.
What's up, Yang? We got divine masculine energy coming out here. There's a man, and he's divine and he's a masculine. You know, he could come with I don't know. When I picture this divine masculine, I'm picturing a very stern kind of energy. You know, he could be just a man. Okay, I'm just a man is what I hear him say, right? Very reliable kind of energy here, though. A very reliable divine masculine. He could be very good at chess. There could be a man that's very good at chess here. He could have taught you how to play chess or something like that. Yeah, this man shines here. There's a man here, and he is very divine masculine. This could be your brother, your mate, your father, whoever. But there's a man around someone, and the more I honor my inner light, the more I brighten the world. I choose to shine. Solar plexus, number 3. Yeah, exactly. Something about the color yellow could be very significant. Something is being illuminated about a divine masculine. There could be a man shining right now. Okay? Maybe this is a man that came from, I'm saying a man, honestly. This man could have come home from like jail or prison or something like that and turned his life around. You know? A lot of people don't like that. They hate to see when somebody, you know, really gets their self together. Imagine, you know, you being a person, you know, that you've been, you know, imprisoned, and you come home and you show a person that has been free, you know, how to live the life they want to live. That's what I'm saying. There could be a man that he knows how to play chess and not checkers. Like, he knows strategically in life what he's always wanted, and maybe he hasn't made the best decisions in life at all times, but right now he's being illuminated for being right on the right side here. So if you're wondering about this man, something's good about this man here. Okay? Something like that. Yeah, confessions, unveiling, coming clean, and messages. Ooh. Someone's confessing. I don't know if they're confessing something to you about this man. Like, you know, like, yeah, this is a good man. Okay? I don't know. You know, I'm picturing like the Catholic Church, and you know how you go in and you say your confessions. There could be a man that has been given everything to God. You know, this is a man where he's walking upright. He's coming clean. He's getting messages from the divine or something like that.
You know, somebody could also have confessions in regards to a divine masculine.
Yeah.
Like somebody could really be about to come out
Come
and
clean.
confess.
Yeah.
You know, it
Somebody-
says confessions.
Oh, you know what I picked up, and then I'm gonna move forward. You know how sometimes people are incarcerated on false pretenses,
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Sometimes there are fake domestic situations, and a man may have been incarcerated. There could be someone coming clean about this man that didn't do what someone say he did or something like that. Things are being illuminated on one situation, so that this man Yang, so that Yang can be seen for who he is.
Yeah, somebody talking. Confessions and shine. Confessions and shine. Somebody is coming up with some truth in regards to a divine mask. Because confessions to shine the light. Come on, that's like, you know what I'm saying?
Or, someone could be coming to terms. Maybe somebody thought a man was something that he's not. Maybe somebody thought a man was a slime ball or a sleaze ball, and really he's divine. Maybe God, because God will do that. God will have us looking at people crazy,
And then
right?
pull the truth
And then
out.
pull the truth out, and you'll be like, and it's not really God having us look at people crazy. So let me correct myself. We will go around as a human being and look at people crazy, and sometimes God will have to come back and show us through a
Hey,
different
yo.
vision.
Like, these cards are telling, they tell it really.
Yeah.
It says, the more I honor my inner light, the more brightly the more I brighten the world. Then it says, the unveiling.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody is being revealed.
Yeah.
Their masculinity, their divine masculine energy is being revealed.
Yeah. Somebody didn't know who somebody was.
And the sun
Somebody
just
had
started shining
Yeah,
too.
somebody had somebody. It did. Look, somebody.
The sun started shining.
Somebody had somebody mistaken here. Okay.
And you know what?
It could have been like a prejudice kind of.
Maybe
energy.
somebody just didn't even know.
A prejudgment, right?
Maybe somebody just didn't.
They didn't know, right?
Because a lot of times when you're dealing with divine masculine,
You don't know.
a lot of times God will hide a person from their self.
Look at the sun.
And it's shining brighter as I'm listen, when you're dealing with divine masculine energy, me, myself, it was a lot about me that I didn't know, that God hid from me. And the reason why he hid it from me is so I wouldn't squander it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it. So if I don't know it and it's hidden from me, I can't show it. So that means it's hidden from the world, or it's hidden from who it needs to be hidden from. And that's divine masculine. Look, it says the unveiling. Somebody walking into their power, the universe showing somebody up to be this right here. Divine masculine. Good energy. You do got the high priestess out here in reverse to the 4 wands to the sun in reverse, right? The high priestess in reverse to the 4 wands is illusions, right? It's like, it says secrets, harm, hidden agenda. Hidden agenda. Think about it. If the high priestess in reverse show up in the 4 wands, she's trying to fool you. That's somebody who's trying to appear to be something that they are really not. This is a false sense of, this could be a premature celebration as well. The sun in reverse, very mature energy. Yes, the high priestess in reverse to the sun in reverse, 4 wands. It's somebody who is basically, they showing up as something that they really not. This 4 wands is not a real stability, it's an illusion. Carelessness, arrogance, cloudy, setback, sadness. Yeah, so just be aware of it. And I think I'm sitting here as I'm looking like, so all right, Spirit, what's the message? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got to read. Now, what's the message? The message is this. As you go into your journey spiritually, and people come to you claiming to be this, claiming to be that, please learn how to use your energy awareness. Don't let people convince you showing up in this false 4 wands. You know, because sometimes this could literally be somebody on social media posting all of these pictures, but behind closed doors, nothing's going well for them. So don't be fooled by people that come in this high priestess in reverse to the four wands. That's somebody who gonna come at you pretending like you know nothing and they know everything. Those kind of energies, just go ahead and walk to the other way. Because if you connecting with people on your spiritual journey, they shouldn't be the ones that you want to be connected to. They not gonna show you how much more than you they don't know. They gonna give you something to encourage you to give back. You know, spiritual relationships is about give and take. It's not about this one knows more than this one. We all share what we know to help one another grow.
Iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron. Right. So avoid the high priestess in reverse to the four wands, sun in reverse. That's somebody coming with a whole bunch of hidden secrets, a whole bunch of things that you don't know nothing about, pretending like it's going to amount to something that's stable when it's not. Remember, y'all, energy awareness is key in spiritual discernment.
Oh, wow, that's your real name. Thank you for the confirmation,
No,
child.
she said Quashonda, her real name. Or something. But remember, she said before her real name was hard. She was like, my real name is hard. Or something. I remember saying
I'm
that.
just reading the comments.
Yeah, Quashonda, right?
Whatever name I called, I don't even remember what I said.
I thought you said Shalonda.
I don't even remember. Something.
I always remember. I'm a king of swords.
Period.
I don't do no forgetting.
Period.
Temperance to the seven of swords in reverse, ace of cups. That's you out here?
That's me.
All right. So this is big Sagittarius energy.
I take it.
Temperance to the seven of swords and reverse to the ace of cups is somebody who basically is like pretty balanced and not allowing nobody to steal from them. Temperance to the seven of cups in reverse is definitely protecting. It's like a balanced energy. This somebody you can't steal from. You can't steal from the temperance in reverse. That's why to the temperance to the seven of swords in reverse, that's basically saying the thievery won't work. Because it's out here. The ace of cups, love, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby. Somebody could be pregnant. If you are, God bless you.
God bless you.
Congratulations, and is in order, right?
Congratulations.
But overall, I really love this temperance, ace of cups, seven of swords in reverse, because it's showing me that somebody you're not allowing your energy to go in directions that you don't want it to go. You're not allowing your money to be siphoned from you anymore. You're not allowing people to steal from you, which is good. You found balance.
And I could go for a baby baby shower plate.
Definitely.
All right.
The ace of cups.
Rings and stuff.
Big old.
Don't put no meat on there though.
Big baby shower energy. Could be a spiritual baby. Right? You could be birthing a new baby. Proposal, marriage. This could be a married couple. You can have an idea on it. What y'all think? What y'all coming up with over there? Because this could be a married couple with some good ideas in the fritz too. Right?
Okay.
Temperance to the ace of cups, psychic, intuitive.
I see gratitude and thanks. Okay. Someone's thankful for the little things, the small things. You could be very bright and colorful. I don't know if you like to wear a lot of colors or something like that. You could really like flowers, something like that. Okay.
Butterflies as well.
Butterflies is very significant here. There's a lot of change around you. Things are changing around you, not just you. Remember, I was talking about that earlier. It's important for you to understand your change is it's not just for you. Things around you are changing. Your aura changes things. I see your aura, your energy, you know. That's why, it's crazy. You probably don't even realize, you're not aware of how much people even pay you attention. It's crazy. I notice when you're divine that, people pay extra attention to you. And it's crazy because sometimes I'm not aware of myself, right? When I'm with my family, I am just me, and I'm just in the moment, and I don't really see others, right? And maybe you're not aware, like me, that when you go places, people know you, right? People know you. They know your energy. They are aware of who you are, and they are paying you attention, right? And so it's very important that you continue to do what you're doing, because you are rubbing off on people when you do positive, and they're paying attention when you do negative.
What's
right?
important? What's really important is that you become aware. Like I'm gonna tell you, and I told my wife the same thing. You have to be aware of who you are. Like when you become this person that's doing what you do, your awareness is important because of the people that watch you. People watching you, so it's like it ain't even about them. It's about you. You want to be protected. Like for instance, if let's just say we do this work, I can't now. Imagine I say, all right, babe, I'm about to go back to the city and go around the old way and hang out with them for a while. I'll be back in a few days. I can't do that.
What?
The reason why I can't do that is because I'm gonna make it hard for myself. I'm gonna destroy. I'm tearing down what I'm building up. Due to lack of self-awareness. You don't need like I heard a wise man tell me one day, you will never win turning the whole world against you. Right? So like
never burn your bridges, because you never know when you're gonna cross them again.
If you a person and you hold some type of affluency, spiritual or natural, like meaning if you got money spiritually or you got money naturally, you got to learn how to be aware of it. Like, for instance, if you spiritually rich, when you go out in public, when you do something, if it's inappropriate, people going to use that to tear it down. And that projection going to make you change. You won't be the same. You ever notice how stars change after that? You ever notice when stars do something and they bring them under scrutiny, now they try to answer all these questions. Now they changing. Why? Because projections lead to change. So if you don't want the projections, then you gotta be aware of yourself. Think about some of your favorite celebrities, right? That last long. You know how they last long? Because they have self-awareness.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I ain't gonna be seen out here doing this. And it's also called being protected. Indeed. Like, it's funny that somebody just said protected, because Spirit giving me a download is one thing to be protected from everything but your own self. Some of the most protected people fall because of their own self. That's like some of the most protected nations. You know how they fall? Internal collapse. The same way with us as humans. You could be very strong, very protected. So the enemy not going to attack you if you're very protected. They're going to try to get you to attack yourself. That's the quickest way to bring a strong man down. Convince him to bring himself down. Or convince her to bring herself down. A strong man is a spiritual term. It just means the spiritual authority of a house. It's called the strong man. 7 of Wands in reverse, 2 the Lovers, 8 of Pentacles. That's love. That's like, it's like, I'm not proving who I am. So in this energy, it's like you're not defensive about anything. You don't feel like you have anything to prove. The Lovers to the 8 of Pentacles, that's self-work. That's good work. 8 of Pentacles is self-mastery. So when I see the 7 of Wands to the Lovers, 8 of Pentacles, I really feel like you learned. Somebody you learned.
Love you, Auntie.
You learn that, yo, I don't gotta defend myself. You learn that I ain't gotta defend my stands. I ain't gotta defend my cause. And I'm gonna tell you, because the minute you start trying to defend, you losing ground in your cause anyway. The minute you start trying to explain yourself, I ain't talking about explaining your breakdown, but I'm gonna explain my breakdown, but I'm not explaining myself to nobody. Why? God told me move. I'm moving like God told me move. If you don't like it, fine. See you next lifetime. You know, it don't matter to me. And this is somebody you realize that. Like, yo, I'm not in a mode of defense. For what? God fight my battles. I'm being real with somebody. This is a beautiful energy. Because the minute you start focusing on defense, you let your spirit team defend. Sometimes we be getting in God's way. You know what I'm saying? Like, they over there gossiping. We get a whiff of it. The first thing we do is we need to go over there and defend. And nah, somebody realizing that's the wrong move. If they gossiping over there, I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to send a prayer over there, if anything. I'm going to let my spirit team know I'm having some trouble over there.
Right.
And I'm having trouble on aisle 8.
Bring the mop.
Bring the mop. I'm gonna let my spirit team.
You heard me.
And that's what somebody
Come on
doing.
now.
You learning how to not be defensive. And this is helping you gain. Somebody got something to say about you, so what? It don't matter. It's gonna make them look dumb if you move right.
Most of the time, it's the people not really making no motion themselves.
That is their motion.
You know, the
your
only motion
response
they have,
is your response. That's their motion. They put out something bad in the universe. You got forward motion. You got forward motion. They don't got nothing. So they need you to respond to have any motion. Let them keep putting out the word. The less you respond, you're going to see their tactic change.
You know, most of you guys are different from people anyway. Look at the stuff you engage with. Look at the stuff you do on a daily. You know, there's so many people that interact with bullshit on a daily basis that has no meaning. You know, who's beefing with who. This is what people keep up with every day. The latest rapper beefing with the latest rapper. You know, what's going on with X, Y, and Z. And they have no idea what's going on inside the home, inside of anything but other people's business. But you, look at the kind of things you do on a daily. You get up early, you know, you make an effort to listen to positive things. You make an effort to be a positive individual, you know. So life is just different for you.
You know what, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sitting here catching the intuition, and I'm like, Spirit, do I go? And Spirit say, yeah, lay it out there. You want me tell you what funky work is? Like funky work, like stinky work. Like, you ever notice a person who is moving with motion, clarity, and trying to be the best version of themselves, their wake up don't consist of grabbing a phone, going on social media, putting indirect shit there. That's funky, stinky work. Because you gotta be a stinky person if the first thing you do is wake up in the morning and do indirect shit toward people, or that's funky, stinky work, right? That's a person that's not satisfied. So why would we respond? If something stink, I'm moving that way, because if I get involved with it, I'ma stink too. You know what I'm saying? If it's a funky spill, when something funky and it stink, when you clean it, you real particular about covering up with the glove. You gotta treat people like that. They nasty work. So you can't put your, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put my hands on you and you nasty work. I got to just move that way. I ain't defending nothing you doing. I don't want no parts of you. Fine, you can talk about me all you want. Your stinky work gonna catch up to you. Your own funky work. For real, like, and I don't, that it's time to leave funky people where they is, right? No lie, because listen, if I got motion, and particularly if I got a blessing, like I got a wife, so that means I got double motion. You feel me? Why would I disturb that to respond to somebody that's living in their own funky mess, their own stinky work? If I respond, I'm giving them a lifeline. The best thing for me to do is, oh, they said what? Oh, all right. That's good. That's another thing that they gonna have to answer for. I look at people all day. They throw all type of dog shit on my name.
You do.
And I just be like, well, you know, I know that I answer to the Most High. I know that I got good A1 credit with my ancestors.
That's real.
I know I can go to them and get anything I want.
Unlimited access.
Why am I gonna worry about stinky funky work? I'm not getting involved with stinky funky work. Why? Simply for the fact I don't want to stink. I don't want to stink, right? You think about it. If it's something funky, you ain't gonna touch it, right? Because you don't want to smell like it.
Yep.
That's people's comments. Leave them right where they at on red. When you get the whiff of gossip or people sending malloquial or their attitude and you catching it, don't defend against it. Just put your spirit team on it. And the best way to put your spirit team on it is hold back what you say. If you say something, you get in the way of it. Why? Because the spirit is subject to the prophet. Look in the Bible. Whatever you say, your spirit God. If you fight the battle, the spirits can't fight it. Why? Because they subject to you. They gotta move behind you. Why you think the enemy always trying to draw us out into a battle? You ever notice how people's spirits is designed to draw you out?
It even started back to, you remember back in the day when you used to fight, you'd be like, you better step. No, you step first, right? It's always cross the line, right? It's spiritual trying to invoke you spiritually, right? Because ultimately, no matter what, who starts the fight, if you get yourself involved in it, you are just as wrong.
That's right.
So that's why the enemy is always trying to provoke us to be the one to instigate or initiate, to initiate the war.
Start the war so you can lose the battle. That's how the enemy works. Get them to start the war. If we can get them to start the fight, they gonna lose this battle.
Yeah, because it's proven. You know, anyway, the person that starts the war always loses.
Sun Tzu even
said proven.
Indeed.
You know, so
reactive abuse is a perfect way to describe it. That's real. That needs to be a medical term. Reactive abuse, because it's like they not sticking you to make you fight. They throwing things that make you come out. You know what I mean? It's like they need your reaction. It's funky work. That's all it is. That's how funk work. For real, you ever had something nasty on your floor in the house that smell real bad? The first thing you do before you clean it is get protection. That's how you gotta do people. Before you clean them,
Get
you
your
got.
PPP
That's
gear.
right. You got.
Ain't that what it was called? PPP, PPE, or some personal protection equipment? PPE. That's what it was called.
Your duty clothes. You know, when people clean up doo-doo, they gotta get. Y'all got. You know, I be saying what be coming to mind, but yeah, people be real funky work out here, so you gotta know how to guard yourself against it. And somebody do. Love us to the 8 of Pentacles. Keep doing you. How you said? Keep doing you, boo.
Keep doing you, boo.
There you go. Keep doing you, boo, boo. Keep doing you, bye.
My husband is a good impersonator. He always know how to. He can talk like people very well.
I do good impersonations.
He is a good impersonator. I told him to do it for y'all one day. He's very good at it. Very funny. He can mock people very well, impersonate people very well.
Do you though, baby? Right? That's good money.
I got distance, separation, space, and blockage. You know, I like this. I feel like, you know, we are separated from certain people, certain energies. You know, we had to, I feel like God really drove a distance between us and certain people that we were not able to drive that distance in between us, right? And I feel like God did it because we needed that space to be able to grow. We needed that distance to be able to grow. Imagine if God would not have given you the space or distance you needed to grow. Some of us would have been stuck back, you know, where we were, at a bad place, not being able to move forward, not being able to see brighter days, right? Or at least we thought we couldn't. But, you know, that distance was, you know, for our betterment, to show us that, you know, sometimes being separated from things actually helps you elevate and grow, right? Sometimes being separate from things allows you to see what a thing really is. Because sometimes when you're up close on a thing, you can't really see, right? So sometimes it takes for you to have distance to be able to see, like, okay, now I'm able to see, like, okay, nah, this is not right. This is not good. This is not for me. Separation. Someone could be having like separation anxiety or something like that. Okay? You could really be blocking somebody out of your life, out of your space, out of your mind. Okay? This could be a thing of the past. It's in the distance. Something new is on the horizon here. Attacking others is an attack on myself. I choose to release this now. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we know better, right? We know to uplift people, right? Than to, we don't have the crab in a bucket kind of energy, right? Because that's what a lot of people in the world have, the crab in the bucket mentality. You know, you can go up, but I got to get up first. Or, you know, you can go up as long as you don't go up before me, or you're not better than me. Like, that kind of mentality is no good. So releasing that now, you could be distancing yourself from people with that attitude, that mentality. Imagine thinking you got a friend, but really it's a crab in a bucket the whole time. You know, that you're okay when you're climbing, as long as you don't get the new car before them, as long as you don't get the new J's before them, as long as you don't get the girl before them, as long as you don't get the man before them, the job. You know, people are cool with you doing okay as long as you're not doing better than what they're doing. And I feel like you're distancing yourself from this kind of energy.
Yeah, that demon show up, don't it?
You know, that demon cannot hide. You know, it get the calling out all kinds of truths about you. Because, you know, that's what people do. You know, they get close to us to learn truths about us so they can hurt. You know, and it is real, right? You know, they say sticks and stones will break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That was the biggest lie I ever heard, right?
Yo,
because what people do is they study you to learn things, to have truths that hurt you. Because let's be honest, you know, we're all spiritually sensitive, and sometimes the truth can hurt, right? It hits you in a place where, you know.
I think that like that was one of them phrases that was designed to knock us out of our awareness.
You know,
when they say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's the biggest lie. Like that's like ignore the metaphysical. Just focus on the physical, because sticks and stones may break your bones here, but
But words, the Bible tells us that the words
power of the tongue
is life and death. That's how messed up we are in this world, right? They'll tell us sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. But the Bible tells us the words are cutting. You know, they speak of life and death.
Your destiny is shaped by words.
Okay.
A lot of destinies are shaped by the words that people like. Your peer influences and all of that. Those are the words that go into you. That's who shape. That's who helped shape us. So words definitely will hurt you. For real. Sometimes.
Isn't that crazy though?
I'd rather deal with the sticks and stones than the words. Like,
right.
I'd rather you.
I'll take a stone.
Yeah, come stone me before you go into magic. Go into dark and speak words, magic spell work at me.
Right.
You know?
The words make me want to be like Clarissa Shields. Right. So I really just throw the stones, but that was the biggest lie they ever told us. Right. That was very contradicting.
Thank you, God. Don't be a person that's naive. Yo, don't stay around a person that speak negative words over you. And be a person that think you strong enough. It's going to hurt you eventually. Like, somebody always saying, you ain't going to make it nowhere. You dumb. You stupid. You dumb. You ain't going to make it nowhere. And you might be like, I ain't dumb. I ain't stupid. But each day you becoming dumber and stupid. You know why? Because you got to process that.
Yep.
You understand? Our mind is like a lawn. Imagine if your neighbor put their trash on your lawn and just walked off. Right. You could yell all you want. If they leave it there, the trash not gonna move less than you move it. That's the same way when people speak words over your life. They sit right on your life and then you gotta move it. So don't be with nobody that reinforce those things like you dumb or you stupid. Yeah, people go through arguments, words are said sometimes. But you know when you're dealing with somebody that never encouraged you, all they ever got is negative words, like you dumb and you stupid. Well, if you stick around that long enough, guess what? You will be dumb and stupid.
Right. That's real.
because the words, they shape us in a way. Now we got the Star to the Two of Cups to the Three of Wands in reverse. So somebody, what don't you believe about your relationship because you playing it small with the Three of Wands? That's a lack of foresight. Somebody has Two of Cups, union, love, partnership, mutual attraction, proposal, marriage, and connection. That's the Two of Cups. Somebody, you have that, and you a star.
If you are
Could be
what you
Aquarius.
say you are.
So why would the
Is it
superstar?
Fiasco? Is that his name?
Yeah, why would you be in Three of Wands in reverse? You're playing it small, not putting enough faith in your investment. You gotta believe that in your marriage or your relationship, that you can manifest anything out of that. That is your safe haven. That is your be all. That is that you know.
I am Big Brenda.
That's your fortress. Three of Wands. You need to not play it small, right?
Okay.
Not be stuck in the past. Lack of planning. Like, thank you, Spirit. Ask yourself this. You in the Two of Cups, right?
I'm sorry.
Look at her over there crying.
Oh, the cat. She looking for you to feed her again.
The Two of Cups, and I'm always feeding straight. I love animals,
You
so
do.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, they gonna keep coming over here.
I love, and then she just the prettiest all black
She
cat.
is.
She a beautiful spirit. She calling out now. All right, but listen. You gotta believe in your Two of Cups. Right? Get out of this Three of Wands energy, right? And realize, like, God gives people Two of Cups for a reason. The divine is trying to move. And the real Two of Cups, divine is trying to move. Furthermore, thank you, God. If you find somebody that loves you for you in this world, you need to learn how to appreciate them and don't limit that. That's great possibility. When you find love, mutual love, it's great possibilities. There's no need to play it small, right? You have somebody you can trust. Don't be stuck in the past, right? Because when you got a Two of Cups and you stuck in the past, man, it can get ugly. You know, you can begin to question the person you with. What you need to do that for? Where you going at? Where you going, right? Somebody in that energy right here, needing to know where the other person is going. That's not what Two of Cups is all about. Two of Cups is about this. I'm going to give you your leverage to do what you need to do. I got my leverage to do what I need to do. We both got an agreement under God. We good. And whatever the weather may be, wherever you may find yourself
That's
at,
real.
we good. We got the Two of Cups.
Yeah.
We Gucci. It don't matter. Can't nobody come tell me shit about you
heard me.
from the past because we already talked about it all. That's what Two of Cups is all about. Two of Cups is about wiping out the avenues that people have
Try to
to come
use.
into your relationship. That's what Two of Cups energy is all about. And woe to the person that come up against the Two of Cups, because you got people that do it. They do it with us. They be like, well, I'm going to like all his stuff, or I'm going to like all her stuff, and I ain't going to like none of it. And we be
like-
saying it, but we don't.
Okay.
We be like,
It's all
3
together.
chicken wings with the fried rice. We be like, 3 chicken wings with the fried rice. Like, no, literally, like, we can
We go
see
together.
that spirit.
You know?
Yeah, like, it's like, you know. So, no more playing the small in your Two of Cups.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it.
And if it's something you want to do, you can't play it small neither, right? Three of Wands is sexual desire, repressed desires sexually. And I gotta say it because Spirit said you gotta tap on that. Like, if you in a marriage, relationship, or whatever, and you know that you desire something else sexually,
Talk
you
about
have to express it to your partner. Or it's gonna be Three of Wands in reverse. You gotta expect them to be able to understand. Because if they can't understand where you coming from, you don't really have a real Two of Cups. A real Two of Cups can withstand anything, long as it's the truth.
You heard me.
Two of Cups can withstand anything, long as it's the truth.
That's for real.
I be like,
three chicken wings with the fried rice. I'm hungry.
I be like, 4 chicken wings
Who's
with
gonna
fried
eat?
rice.
We
All right,
gonna
y'all.
eat. Who would like to help us eat lunch today?
It's crazy because when I be done, y'all, the ancestors just ease away from me like that. They just ease back. Like, I just be like, all right. Like, because sometimes they be up on me. I be like,
We be in there.
trying to sort it out. My ancestors trying to sort out. It's crazy how I work as a medium. I got my spirits, my team, you know, my mom and the rest of them. And they be sorting out the energies that's coming from y'all. And here we be just in there. Then when it all stop, I can feel it. She can feel it too. They be like, shh. And they just fall back. So that's why sometimes you see me, I be like, I just stop, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Overall, y'all energy felt good
It
today.
did. It was very good energy. I like it a lot.
believe that a lot
I
of
felt
y'all.
a lot of growth.
I was about to say y'all growing.
You know?
Y'all growing, you know? And I think it's a beautiful thing to be able to grow. You know, I used to ask God, why do I had to go through so much in life, all the time being hurt? I would be like an air wounded shaman, because my enlightenment always came from being wounded. You know, I'm like, damn, I'm wounded again.
I picture like a chia pet.
But I know now that I went through all the wounds that I went through so that I could have something to help others grow, even the ones that don't admit it. Some people will never admit that you helped them grow, and I'm fine with that. But I know, I can feel a moving spirit, even if it's no more than making somebody be like, I don't like him, let me go study on my own. My job is done. My job is not to make you like me. My job is to make you grow.
Okay.
Right? You could grow into a place where you resent me. That's fine. All is well. As long as you growing.
Period. Okay.
Lunch, Miss May. Oh, the Cash App is on the page. Thank you, love.
Thank you, love. Our Cash App is on our page. Yes, because every time we don't eat until we get off of here. So that's why y'all always probably think I'm hungry. I am.
You know what? Miss May
But he don't let me eat until we don't work.
But time out though. Miss May a real one, because you said lunch the other day. And she said, oh, you said lunch. What's the way? So she basically remembered what you were saying the other day. That's all love. That's all, because I know we ain't really said nothing about lunch right now.
Oh, I did.
You did?
I'm always talking about food.
Oh, okay.
You know, y'all.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. I can't eat until I work, y'all. Okay?
I don't know why I keep hearing that song. I be like, 4 chicken wings with the fried rice. I be like, 4 chicken wings with the fried rice.
We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for rocking with us. Another live show. Of course, we're elemental beings. We love you guys so much. We love your energy. We thank you for your time. We thank you for showing up every day. We thank you for changing, growing. Hey, you know? So, go on with that. Hey, you know? And that was the message. Hey. Uh-oh. Hey. I said, what's your zodiac sign? Hey. Let's run through it real quick before we go. Hey. I said, what's your zodiac sign? Hey. Happy birthday to them Libras. Hey. Happy birthday to them Libras. Hey. Y'all know I love a Libra. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. I said, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, we got Pisces, Aquarius. We looking for them Capricorns. Hey, to them Libras. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. Hey, go Virgo. Hey, go Leo. Hey, shout out to the Cancers. Hey, can't forget the Gemini. Hey, something about the Taurus. Hey, hey, and shout out to the Aries. Hey, what's your zodiac sign? Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. Hey, go Libra. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. Hey, happy birthday to them Libras. We love you guys so much. Until next time, we elemental beings.
Yeah, what?
Huh?